Cheers. Welcome back, wine nerds. Today, we're going to be talking about wine pairings with Christmas dinner. Let's go. It's nothing like sitting down to a beautiful dinner, you pop open that bottle of wine, and it just doesn't go together at all. The wine is drowning out the food, or the food is drowning out the wine, or the taste just completely clash together, and it's just not that enjoyable. So today we're going to be talking about the best food and wine pairings. And when we talk about pairings, we are not just talking about some food that goes okay with certain wines, but the ideal pairing where the dish elevates the wine and the wine elevates the dish. It is perfect, something magical about it, you can't forget it. In the comment section below, please tell me what is your favorite wine pairing. Also consider subscribing and enjoying our wine community. And let me know which wines you are most interested in this video. So I will be going over 4 traditional Christmas dinners and pairing wines with these dinners. So let's get into the video. Dinner number 1, chicken or turkey. Some people like to have their Thanksgiving dinner all over again Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, Christmas night, Christmas evening, which is fine. But sometimes it'll be a little bit different, like the sides will be different. You know, there's gonna be a turkey there still. Maybe they'll do a chicken, like a roasted chicken instead, but they're gonna have some dishes on the side that are gonna be a little bit different. So a turkey and chicken, I would usually say, if you know me, you know this channel, obviously Beaujolais is a given for me. I'm gonna say Beaujolais or Gamay grape will be perfect pairing with this meal. If you're having turkey or chicken, try choosing an Oregon Pinot Noir. It's got a lot of earthiness to it. It's got a little bit more full body comparatively to like a Santa Barbara Pinot Noir would have. It's got some earthiness, got some mushroomy qualities to it. Also got those typical cranberry notes in there that's gonna go really well with the cranberry sauce and the turkey, the chicken. Try an Oregon Pinot Noir this holiday season. I think that's gonna go perfectly with the chicken and turkey dinner. Dinner number 2, pot roast with garlic, rosemary dressing, maybe some cauliflower in there, maybe potatoes gratin, which honestly that sounds amazing, and I'm thinking I might take on the potato gratin this year. Who knows? We'll see. For this one, I would consider having Côte du Rhône or Chianti Classico Reserva. So I would go Côte du Rhône because it is still very earthy. It's a little bit more full bodied so it can take on the pot roast. A Pinot Noir or a Gamay is gonna be drowning out within the conversation of a pot roast, I would say. And with the garlic rosemary dressing, the Côte du Rhône is gonna have some of those herbal, dried herb characteristics to it, and it's really gonna match with the rosemary and all the herbs and seasonings within that dish as well. And the Chianti Classico Reserva, that is just a Chianti Classico that's aged a little bit longer. It has a little bit reductiveness, and what I mean by that is that it has an earthiness that usually the old world has. Also, Chianti typically has some of those like clay pot characteristics too. It sounds weird, but it's true. Once you try a Chianti, it reminds you of those clay pots for gardening. Also, sometimes Chianti will have some of that oregano type of herb to it as well, subtly, but it's there, which would go really well with dishes that have a lot of herb seasoning to them. Dinner number 3, a glazed ham with roasted asparagus, with scalloped potatoes, and there's only one wine that I would like to drink with this, and that is 100% Grenache. Cool climate, Grenache, preferably with a little bit of oak influence on it as well. The new French oak gives off flavors such as vanilla, baking spices like cinnamon, also sweet tobacco, giving it a kind of perceived sweetness to it that will go really well with the glaze on the ham. It's not going to add sweetness. So perceived sweetness is a sweetness that we sometimes perceive, but it is not actually chemically in the wine. So it's not gonna add sugar to the wine whatsoever. Plus, Grenache doesn't have too much tannin to overpower the ham, because ham can be kind of delicate. It has a lot of fat in it, but I don't think it will stand up to something like a Cabernet Sauvignon, especially a young one. I think Grenache is gonna go beautifully. Grenache has a little bit of tannin, which the fat will actually cut through that tannin a little bit and it'll just leave that stewed strawberry, brambleberry type of aromas and flavors that Grenache typically has. And dinner number 4, braised lamb shank with garlic roasted potatoes and roasted vegetable medley. Lamb is definitely one of my favorite dishes, as well as anything with garlic in it. For this dinner, I'm going to pair Aussie Shiraz from Barossa Valley. Why an Aussie Shiraz versus a Syrah? With Aussie Shiraz, I don't usually get a whole lot of black pepper. I get a lot of more berry flavors out of it. Also, another option for this dish, I would pair a Rioja with it, red Rioja, which is from Spain, Tempranillo, Grenache blend. But these have quite a bit of tannin to them, and it's definitely gonna take on the full body of the lamb, and the lamb has enough fat to cut through the tannins of the Shiraz and also the Rioja. If you saw my last video about rating my wine cellar, I talk about Rioja a little bit in there and how they age their wines in barrel for a long time before they bottle it and release it to the public. Doing this cuts a lot of the tannin out, and it makes it approachable for the consumer. So it's not going to be as grippy as Cabernet Sauvignon from 2018. The tannins on the Rioja is going to be a lot silkier, smooth, velvety, and I think that's going to go beautifully with the lamb shank. And a lot of times the roasted vegetables will have this sort of smokiness to it, which will go really well with the Rioja as well. So I have the chicken and the turkey paired with an Oregon Pinot Noir. Then I have the pot roast with the garlic rosemary dressing paired with the Côte du Rhône or a Chianti Classico Reserva. Dinner number 3, the Christmas glazed ham paired with 100% Grenache from a cool climate, a little bit of new oak. And then number 4, the braised lamb shank with the Barossa Valley Aussie Shiraz or a Rioja. In this holiday season, what are you guys having for dinner? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you paired with it as well. Also, if you have any comments regarding my wine pairing, please let me know, or if you have another wine that you would pair with any of these dishes. And in my next video, we'll be talking about sparkling wines for New Year's Eve and which one you should get to ring in 2021. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this list goes well for you. And as always, drink wine, drink wide, and don't be a snob. Cheers.
I'll take this little tree home and decorate it. And I'll show them it really will work in our play.